Good afternoon and welcome to our afternoon money making mom scope. This afternoon we're going to be talking about one of my very favorite subjects, and that is Facebook. And why do I love Facebook so much? Because Facebook has consistently for years been our highest traffic driver. We have literally every single month get hundreds of thousands of visitors through Facebook, and it always beats out Google and Pinterest and every single other traffic driver by a long shot, oftentimes by triple what the other social media platforms and Google will bring to us. So I'm going to share some of my tips and tricks and things that I have learned from Facebook today. Alrighty, I'm so glad to be here. I had so much fun whenever I was figuring out what I was going to share on this scope and narrowing it down to 2 because I'm trying something this week, guys, and that is that I am trying doing shorter scopes with fewer tips. Shalene was talking about how a lot of people don't like scopes that have 7 or 8 tips, so we're trying that out this week. Oh, you found me from Carrie Wilkerson. That sweet girl. Yes, I love her. I finally got to meet her at Story Brand. She has so much energy. And anyway, so I had trouble narrowing it down to just 2. But I'm going to share a lot of insider stuff here. This is stuff that I haven't really seen shared other places, and it's stuff that I have just learned because I love to experiment, and Facebook has been kind of my playground, and it has brought us so much traffic. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm glad you like the shorter scopes, and I can always do more a week later or a month later. That's right. And we'll see how today goes, and I might decide that I want to do another scope on Facebook tomorrow. We'll just kind of decide. I still feel like I'm glowing. What is the deal? Like, I don't know what to do with the light, but anyway, we're going to try. It's just going to bother me. Looks like I'm... And you just saw in my bathroom, or not my bathroom, my daughter's bathroom. I have no idea. She struggles to keep her bathroom clean. So let's see. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, there we go. I guess we have to go darker. I don't know what the deal is, but anyway. Okay, a little bit of background, and that is that I have been blogging for 10 years, believe it or not. I started blogging in 2005, and I started MoneySavingMom.com in 2007. This was before social media, if you can believe it, before social media. Was there even such a time as no social media? Yes, there was. And so it was before social media, and back then that was just when we had blog comments and we would guest post, and we did a lot of other things that we don't do so much now because there's social media. But Facebook came along. I mean, I don't even know when Facebook was started, but Facebook was not being used for blogs. Somebody correct me. I don't even know what year it was started. But anyway, so Facebook, whenever it kind of became a thing, and it became a thing where you pre-ordered my book. Yay! Thank you, Shay. So it became a thing where a lot more people were on Facebook, 2006 or 2007. Okay, so in 2007, when I started Money Saving Mom, no one had Facebook pages. No one had Facebook. But then it kind of started gaining popularity, and my husband said, why don't you set up a Facebook page for your blog? And I was like, okay, so Facebook started in 2000. Okay, so it was around, but we didn't use it for social media and for blogging. So my husband was like, you should start a Facebook page for your blog. And I was like, a Facebook page for my blog? Like, nobody does that. And he said, you should just try. Well, so I did, and it has consistently, since starting it, become one of our highest traffic drivers, and then in the last 4 years, been the highest traffic driver, consistently, always, across the board, double or triple what we'll get from anywhere else. And here's the thing, a lot of people have said that Facebook no longer really brings in traffic. Well, I strongly disagree with that. And I have the I have proof of that. Use indirect lighting. I need to mess with my lighting. It was working, and then I think with the time change and with the season change, it's messed up. So I'm gonna have to fuss with it when we're not on scope. But anyway, we'll get there. More than Pinterest, yes, by a long shot. And I get a lot of traffic from Pinterest. But Facebook is still driving the most significant traffic, and double or triple Pinterest almost always. Okay, so as you can see, so here's my Facebook page. This is my Money Saving Mom Facebook page, and you can see that I have, how many do I have? Let me even see. 768,000 followers on Facebook. And the power of viral marketing on Facebook has been amazing. So that's a little bit of the background of maybe why I have a little bit of experience with Facebook and can share. And so let's get to the tips. First off, I gotta find my little page. Okay. Number one is post consistently. And what do I mean by this? I mean that Facebook learns if you are consistent. If you are not consistent on Facebook, Facebook will not show your post to as many people. You train Facebook to work for you. This is the thing that I've learned over and over and over again. You can train Facebook to work for you. So if you post consistently and Facebook starts to know that, then Facebook will show your post to more people. If you rarely ever post, most of the time Facebook is not going to show your post to people. We post on the hour or thereabouts, like sometimes on the half hour or on the hour, round the clock. So we usually post at least 24 to 30 times every single day. If we pull back from that, we see a huge dip in our traffic, and we see a huge dip in our engagement. Now, I'm not saying that you need to post 24 to 30 times a day. What I'm saying is you need to find something that works for you, and you need to stick with it and be consistent. So 4 to 6 times a day is usually a really good number for a blog that's not like a news aggregator site like Money Saving Mom is. So 4 to 6 times a day, and at consistent times. So consistently every 3 to 4 hours or every 6 hours, find a rhythm and stick with it. We found that posts in the middle of the night oftentimes do much better than posts in the middle of the day. Are those all scheduled out? We're going to talk about that a little bit. I do schedule. Do not use Hootsuite. Do not use Hootsuite. Do you know why? Because Hootsuite, Facebook does not reward people who use Hootsuite. Do not use any other scheduling service. Facebook is the one social media platform that you should never use a scheduler for. We do use Hootsuite every once in a while just to test to make sure that that's still the case, and that is consistently always the case. You have to hand schedule it. I know it's a pain. I know it's a bear, but let me tell you what. If you want your post to be seen by people, you have to hand schedule. So middle of the night posts work really well, and what I found is that because Facebook a lot of times won't show things in people's newsfeed for at least a few hours. It's like they have to warm up before they'll show in people's newsfeed. So you help them warm up by posting them in the middle of the night so that when people get on in the morning, your posts are there. So middle of the night, we pre-schedule, but we hand pre-schedule. So I'm hand posting and pre-scheduling everything on Facebook versus using a scheduler, because Facebook will almost always show it to a lot more people by doing that. And that's also how you train Facebook to work in your favor. If you use Hootsuite or another thing, it's like Facebook doesn't get trained. So for instance, I'll give you an example. You can train Facebook. I've been training Facebook to show my post on making money. I've been training Facebook to show that because I have a book coming out tomorrow, Money Making Mom. So I've been doing a lot of posts that I know will do well on Facebook that are on the topic of making money to train Facebook that my audience likes posts on making money. Post videos in the middle of the night. So if you're going to do videos, post them in the middle of the night. I told you that I have been trimming my scopes, and I'll trim them down. I found that much longer than a minute, it's too long for Facebook. So you can even do 15-second videos, but there needs to be some value there. So I trim my videos and then I post them on Facebook with a link over to either a product on Amazon, a link over to my blog, or a link over to a bit.ly link to my catch replay of my of that scope. So I trim it to about a minute, and then we post them either late at night or even in the middle of the night. So sometime between 10:30 and 2:30, 10:30 p.m. Central Time and 2:30 a.m. Central Time. If you post, at least for us, if we post our videos then, they're going to be seen by about 3 times as many people as if we post them in the middle of the day or even at 7:30 at night. So finding the specific times that work for you and then sticking with them. You're training Facebook that when you post the video, people like it, they're going to engage with it, and so every time you post a video around that time, Facebook should show it to people. Okay, so just try it. If you're going to post videos, don't post them in the middle of the day. Don't post them even at 7:30. Try late at night. For some reason, we've found that they get a lot more views. So number 1, post consistently. Find the time frame that works for you, somewhere around 4 to 6 times a day, and stick with it consistently. Number 2, vary your post. Vary your post, and by this I mean do not post the same kind of post for those 4 to 6 scheduled posts. You want to break things up. This is how your Facebook engagement will go up. So let me give you an example. I'm going to show you on MoneySavingMom, and I did not prep anything. This is just what is up there today. Okay, so you can see, if I can show this so you can see. Okay, so this right here, this is a link post. This just went up. That's a small picture. That is not a good picture to have on Facebook because it's small, and usually posts with small pictures are not going to do well on Facebook. It's just, they're going to probably be shown to about half to 10% as many people if they have a small picture. But that's a link post. See this one right here? That one is, again, a link post with a large picture and text. This kind of post will do really well. 1, because Facebook loves posts that have pictures of my kitchen. Don't ask me why, but I've learned that. And also, this is a topic that is going to get people, it's going to hook people. So it's how to eliminate 99% of the paper piles at your house. Here is another kind of post. This is a share post. So if you can see, we shared this post from How Does She? This is a share post. You want to share at least 1 to 2 posts every single day from another highly engaged Facebook page. So How Does She has really good Facebook engagement, so we share posts from other Facebook pages that have high engagement. That helps our engagement. Facebook rewards community, and when a post has a lot of engagement, Facebook is going to reward you for sharing it on your page. So do a share post at least once a day. Let me get you another example. Okay, and here's a share post of just a cartoon, if you can see that. These also do really well, especially if you share them from highly engaged pages. But you don't want to just share. The thing that I started messing around with recently was, if I can find it for you, me actually taking the graphic and posting it on my Facebook page instead of sharing it. You have to make sure that it's a graphic that can be shared, that other people don't own the rights to. But let me see if I can find you one that did really well yesterday. Sorry, I know there's one on here. Oh, okay, so I saw this graphic on someone's Facebook page, and I knew that it was cute and it had that I could share it. So I pulled it from the Facebook page. The Facebook page that shared it wasn't even the owner of this. And so I shared it directly. I uploaded it and shared it directly. And so it is going to up my engagement significantly. When I share someone else's post that has high engagement, Facebook rewards them more than they reward me. So you want to have some variation. That's why I said vary your post. So some you're going to upload the pictures yourself, some you're going to share from other highly engaged pages. Now, another way to vary your post is to share your Instagram post. And Facebook, for some reason for me, when I started sharing my Instagram post, these are the most highly engaged posts on my Facebook page. Now, do they cause click-throughs? No, because there's no link. I don't link to anything on these. But it's a great way to keep my Facebook page engagement up. It's a great way for people to build a relationship with me so they get to know me well. And long term, I'm building and nurturing that relationship, and Facebook is rewarding my engagement so that when I post something that has a click-through link, it's going to get shared to more people. So here's an example of yesterday. This is just straight off from my Instagram. But what did I do? I actually posted the picture, I uploaded it to Facebook, and I put the text. I hand did that. I didn't share. You know how Instagram has the option where you can share it on both places? I don't do that. I actually upload it myself. Sometimes I'll change it a little bit. The other thing is that I want to be able to maybe put breaks in the text where it's not going to happen on Instagram, or I want to change out if I'm linking to someone, another blogger or something, instead of just having their @ handle, I want to be able to link to their page. So that's a couple of different ways that you can vary the link post, sharing other people's posts, either their link post or their graphic post, uploading a graphic yourself, or sharing Instagram posts. The other thing you can do is if you find an article on another site. A couple of days ago, I found an article on introverts that I just found it was fascinating. And I thought, I bet this will do well on my page. And I shared it, and it ended up doing really well. So post consistently and vary your posts. Now, a couple of tips that I'm going to tell you that make such a big difference. One, bright colors. Either bright colors with the graphic. You need graphics that are going to pop. So think about what pops when you're looking at your feed. As an example, my friend Victoria, she did a post on, it was a really great post on how they got this rental house, and it was so great. Her blog is Snail Pace Transformations, and it was kind of a blah image. It was just sort of like your financial journey. It had a blah text for it and blah image. And she said, why didn't this do well? This was such a great post. And we were talking about it. I said, why don't you try a really bright picture with houses and say something about rental houses instead of just my financial journey and this road, like this kind of nature picture. When she did that, she said her click-throughs went like they tripled. So little things like that can make a big difference. Bright colors on pictures, or the other thing that I found is that also does well for me is black and white pictures. So bright colors or black and white. Now don't ask me why, but for some reason those are the two. So if you have a blah picture, you can always upload something, find one of your other pictures that you think will make that post pop and upload it to that Facebook post, and you'll probably see a lot better engagement. Number 2 on varying your posts, the most important thing is your teaser text. So your photo is what people see first. Your teaser text is what they see next. So if you don't hook them with your photo, or you hook them with your photo, your teaser text needs to hook them. So what do I mean by that? I mean that, let me give you an example. So when I posted my 99 that I just posted, let me find it. How to eliminate 99% of the paper piles at your house. I said, overwhelmed by paper piles? I'm here to help. Follow these simple steps and get your paper clutter under control once and for all, for real. So just something like that. It's not just saying, here's how to do this. It's kind of hooking people that you're asking a question that meets them where they're at, or hopefully where someone who's going to want to read this post is at. And then you're saying, I'm providing a solution. Now, I've messed around with a lot of things, and right now, if you'll see that on my teaser text, if I can show you, so I have all caps right here. and then I have not caps right here, and then all caps to read the post here. I found that when I say read the post here and have the link right there, a lot more people click through. Facebook might not share it with as many people, but a lot more people click through because I'm telling them what to do. I'm saying, go here and do this right now. A lot of people, some reason they don't understand that they can click through unless you tell them, go here, do this. So I just will tell them, like, go here, because they need to know where to go. Sometimes they'll be like, oh yeah, that's great, but if you don't have that kind of command to them right there, they won't actually follow through. So making it really, really simple for them makes a difference. So your teaser text, your pictures, telling them where to go, so why they should go there and where to go. That's very important. Also, I was gonna say that one of the things that's really helped us is that we track all of our Facebook posts that do well. So we have a spreadsheet where we put all of the Facebook posts that get over a certain number of views. We put them in the spreadsheet, and the spreadsheet has different categories. And we put the link directly to the post on Facebook that did really well. And then we reshare this over and over. So every 4 to 12 weeks, you can reshare the same post again. And we keep adding to this list as well. And then sometimes, you know, we'll try a post 2 more times and it doesn't do as well. So we take it off the list. And we're now getting where our list is more seasonal as well. So we have stuff that works well in fall and stuff that works well around Christmas time and stuff that works at different parts of the year, because there's different needs at different parts of the year. For instance, at the beginning, the very end of the year and very beginning of the year, people are into changing their life. So I'm going to put up every single post that we have that's done well, that's about how to get your life in order, how to get your finances in order, how to do anything that's going to be like how to fit in exercise, and here's a 21-day plan to cut your budget or whatever. All those types of things, that's when people want them. But around Christmas time, they're not really caring about that. They're saying, what are the deals and how can I save money? And about this time of year, they're thinking, how am I going to pay for Christmas? So think about what people's needs are and make sure that what you're posting is meeting those needs. And then track what works, because then you can just replicate it. The other thing that you will find is what people are interested in. For instance, again, my friend Victoria from Snail Pace Transformations, she discovered that when she posted about money saving stuff on her blog, it did really well. On Facebook, it didn't do quite as well. Her Facebook followers want tips on organization. So when she started tracking what worked, she realized every time she shared a home organization post, it did really well. So she started looking for those types of posts, and that's what she posted more of. So by tracking it, you're able to know then what works, what your audience is interested in. Also, click-throughs matter more than engagement. The goal that you want to have is to get people not just to like a post, not just to comment on a post, but to actually click through. Because if they like and they comment, it helps your Facebook page engagement, but you don't actually get them over to your page, to your blog, to your site, to wherever you're wanting to take them to. They need to click through. So watch your click-throughs more than your engagement. On Google Analytics, you can go and you can see which post people have clicked through from Facebook. So click-through is when they click on the post and they come over to your site, that they've taken action to come over to your site. Because when they come to your site, you can get them to sign up for your email newsletter. You can get them to spend time on your site looking at a lot of different posts. You can build a relationship with them that you're not going to get when they're just on Facebook. So the goal is to get them to click over to your site. So on Google Analytics, you can go to your social your social analytics, and then you can click on Facebook, and you can see all of the posts that you've done and the highest number of click-throughs. So I focus on the ones that give the greatest click-throughs. For a while, Facebook was actually showing those to us, but then they've stopped making it so obvious and you have to dig a little bit more. So I just look at my Google Analytics, and that's how I watch what is working. So Google Analytics, if you don't have it installed, you need it installed, because you know the 80-20 principle, that 80% of your profit or 80% of your traffic is going to come from 20% of your post, or sometimes it's only like 20 posts that they're going to really come to. So you find those posts, you make sure that you monetize them really well, that you have, get people to sign up for your email newsletter in those posts, that you have extra ads in those posts or at the bottom of the post, that you have Amazon affiliate links, that you have whatever in those posts, because those are the posts that people are going to see over and over and over, because they're going to be shared on Facebook, they're going to be shared on Pinterest, and they're the ones that are going to basically fund your site if you're monetizing. So focusing on the ones that really bring in the click-throughs versus that one got great engagement, but if nobody's clicking through, what's the point, really? It's not making a difference on your bottom line and on building your platform. So focus on the click-throughs more than the engagement. And one other thing that I was going to mention, that this has made just a little bit of difference, and it's super easy. There's this sign up button. Let's see if you can see it. Okay, a sign up button right over here that you can set up on your blog, on your Facebook page. You might as well set that sign up button up and have them sign up for your email newsletter or something. It took me, for the longest time, I didn't mess with it because I thought, oh, it's probably going to be so much work and effort and all that. It was like 1 minute to set it up, and every single week we get email newsletter signups because of it. So I have so much more that I could share on Facebook, but I'm going to stop there because I'm trying to have shorter scopes, and I think I kind of blew it today. But I did want to mention that if you have not done so already, be sure to go and purchase a copy of Money Making Mom. Go to MoneyMakingMomBook.com. If you found these tips helpful, if you're looking for more practical advice of how to set up your business, of how to market your products, of how to be successful, go to MoneyMakingMomBook.com and pre-order. And when you pre-order today, only through midnight tonight, you can get our pre-order bonuses, which includes my top 10 productivity tools, a printout on that, and our free 7-day Makeover Your Calendars course that's only free through midnight tonight. So go to MoneyMakingMomBook.com and you can sign up for that, and you can also sign up for my free course on how I make a full-time income from home. So that's what I want to share with you today. If you have any questions on Facebook, you can tweet at me. I am at MoneySavingMom on Twitter, and I would love to, if there's enough interest, I might do another scope on Facebook because there's so much more that I can share. But those are a few really quick, not so quick, but simple tips that you can start out with that can make such a big difference. So I hope you have a great afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow morning around 7:30 a.m. for our morning motivation show. Have a great afternoon.